Hey everybody, it's David, Carolina Luthier. We're here doing part 4 of our series on the Vega Tubaphone Conversion neck. And we have our neck here. In the first 3 videos we constructed our 3-piece blank. We milled it out on the mill and got everything glued together. Got our truss rod in place. And now we're ready to cut out top profile and begin our hand shaping. So that's what we're doing in this video. We're going to be doing our top profile, pretty much finish up all the major machine work, and it will be hand work from there on out. You can see here we have our template traced out. This is a standard Vega headstock shape, and we have our fretboard template here, which I went by a banjo that the customer brought with him that he really liked the feel of. If you remember from the previous videos, we're making a replacement neck for a Vega 1925 Tubaphone Tenor Conversion. The previous conversion neck was poorly done, and he wants a little bit more modern neck that fits more his playing style. So when he brought it, he brought another banjo with him that I took measurements off of that he really liked the feel of. So that's kind of what I went by with my template here. I measured it at a couple of different frets, the width and the thickness, and I've made my template based on that. We've already milled it down to the thickness of that neck, and we have everything glued up. We have a nice piece of Macassar ebony, I may be pronouncing that wrong, but for the heel cap and the peghead overlay, which is a little bit more brown ebony than what's on the fretboard. I like this stuff. I like the look of it. I like the more pronounced grain lines. I think it looks better for overlays. But people expect fretboards to be jet black, so that's what we got here. They're both ebony, just different subspecies of ebony. But we're going to get this on the bandsaw and we'll get all of this cut out, and then we can start doing it by hand. And one interesting thing about banjos is when they cut the headstock shape, it's typically done with the blade perpendicular to the plane of the fretboard, not with this surface. So it gives a nice kind of visual effect that all your angles are perpendicular to here. So when you look at it straight on, it looks like the headstock is kind of straight out instead of angled back. Kind of interesting thing you typically only see with banjos. So that's why we've also traced our template on the back, so we can lay it flat down and cut it like this. So I'm going to go and get started on that. Alright, now we got the basic shape of the neck cut out. We're going to do this headstock. So I'm going to keep this thing flat on the surface here, the way our blade is perpendicular with the plane of the fretboard, not the headstock. You know, guitars, they would typically just lay this flat and cut it like that, but this is a banjo, so we're going to do things a little differently. Alright, see here we have our peg head shape cut. You can see what I'm talking about with the angle of that cut. Creates a real nice look here. Now we just have to go over to the belt sander, get these big flat surfaces trued up, and we'll have to clean all this up by hand. And then we'll start shaking it. It'll actually feel like a neck. Alright, now we got everything sanded up. It's pretty much going to be hand tools from here on out. We got two nice flat surfaces. I can put a straight edge on this and not see any light. That gives us a good reference point along with our center line. We can start shaping this thing by hand. And that's going to be the fun part. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. I'll see you next time.